All those that, you know, I need to be like, I'm using that for life. This is that for life. I'm going to go for life. This is good on. And no matter what, we go class for you, my name. For you, brother. The first person stands on. I'm a Christian. We got some. We got folks, but I got different. We can't wait here for police. We're living in the church now. So in the Lord for police. Forgive me for the time that I see we bring it here. I don't expect you. We want you to expect your peace and peace. Try to bring up with the say everything you make is up. But they don't get it out of the day. Take you right. You make that. Feels different to a free. You won't make it out and fuck you. You can show you got a heart. And it's 3 times. It's to a hard. So how you feel about this? You got it. You think you need it? I should roll it. People go to stop. You better keep it on. Ain't no more. Make sure my lips until I'm up the way like you're believe. They understand the street. So they say she even said she wanted to let that go. So how you feel like it's too bad and so thinking like you can't get a nigga, I should walk. Even if all people don't get wrong, and the Lord is so I you better keep it out. Yeah. Shalom, Israel. It's Northern California Sabbath Service. We're about to get it started. You know what I mean? I said, imagine.
From Yasharal.
We'll get into the Lord's Prayer. We said, upon Akadam, means turn your face to east. Abanau, Shabbat Shemayim, Udash, Ayah, Shukah, Yahweh, Malakuka, Partizayaka, Ayah, Asha, Aratza, Kawa, Ayah, Shemayim, the thunder now, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalaka now, Kawawak now, Kasalak now, Kawawak now, Wala'ah, Kawayah now, When the sign one, a ball, I was shy now, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Lakwa, Wahala, Wahatapari, I will love you. Amen.
In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debt, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. We go to Psalm 121. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Barak Banawa, Wayasharal, Wahabaya, Sapori, Barak, Gun, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, amen. The water, amen. What we said in the English is Lord in the name. Lord in the name of Yahweh. Of Yahweh. Bless us. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. And the school. Bless. Bless. Heal. Heal. Shield. Shield. Protect. Protect. The Thompson family. The Thompson family. The Gibbs family. The Gibbs family. The Joshua family. Joshua family. Robinson family. Robinson family. Brayton family. The Featherstone family. Featherstone family. In the name of your outshine. In the name of your outshine. The water. The water. So be it. So be it. Psalm 14. Asha'ah. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Ayanya. Ahoria. Ahoria. Ayan. Ayan. Aba'ah. Azoria. 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 La'ain. La'ain. Yahweh. Yahweh. Ashah. Ashah. Shamayam. Shamayam. Wa'aratazah. Wa'aratazah. Ayatan. Ayatan. Lamawat. Lamawat. Regal. Regorica. Al-Yanawam. Al-Yanawam. Shemorica. Shemorica. Anah. Anah. La'ah. La'ah. Yanawam. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Wala'ah. Yashan. Yashan. Shavamor. Shavamor. Yasharella. Yasharella. Yahweh. Yahweh. Shemorica. Shemorica. Yahweh. Yahweh. Zor. Zor. Al-Yah. Al-Yah. Yamyanka. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Yawamam. Hashamash. Hashamash. La'ah. La'ah. Yakakah. Yakakah. Wayarah. Wayarah. Al-Yalah. Al-Yalah. Yahweh. Yahweh. Shemorica. Shemorica. Kalrah. Kalrah. Yashamor. Yashamor. Afnapashka. Afnapashka. Yahweh. Yahweh. Yashamor. Yashamor. Hazakta. Wa'akta. Wa'akta. Ma'ata. Ma'ata. I will love. I will love. In the English, I will lift up my eye. I will lift up my eye unto the hill. Unto the hill. For which cometh my help. For which cometh my help. My help coming from the power. My help coming from the power. Which made heaven and earth. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Will not slumber. Behold. Behold. He that keepeth Israel. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. The power is thy keeper. The power is thy keeper. The power is thy shade upon thy right hand. The power is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Nor the moon by night. The power shall preserve thee from all evil. The power shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. He shall preserve thy soul. The power shall preserve thy going out. The power shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. And thy coming in. From this time forward. From this time forward. And even forevermore. And even forevermore. Psalm 83. Let's talk about it. Alahayim. Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Dakarash. For all that you want. For all that you want. Al. Kayahana. Kayahana. Awayabika. Awayabika. Yahmaya 1. Yahmaya 1. Ra'ash. Ra'ash. Al-Amaka. Al-Amaka. Ya'arayiwa. Ya'arayiwa. Saradah. Saradah. Wa'itah. Wa'itah. The itis of what? I tell the power one your cup. I'll tell the power one your cup. Amora. Amora. Like a wad. Like a wad. Like a cockinum. Cockinum. Megalia. Megalia. Wala'ah. Wala'ah. That's a car. That's a car. Shem Yasharella. Shem Yasharella. I would die. I would die. Kaya. Kaya. The itis of what? The itis of what? The ba. The ba. You kind of wad. You kind of wad. How you cut. How you cut. Or you what. Or you what. Yakarakwa. Yakarakwa. Ahaya. Ahaya. Awam. Awam. Wayashima. Wayashima. Alayam. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Mawa'aba. Wahagori. Wahagori. The ball. The ball. Wa'amawa. Wa'amawa. Wa'amala. Wa'amala. Kalashak. Kalashak. I'm your shot. I'm your shot. That's a war. That's a war. Come action war. Come action war. Nalawa. Amam, Ayawa, Zarawai, the bunny of the what? The bunny of the what? Salah, Salah, Ashalaham, Ashalaham, Kamajin, Kamajin, Kasaya Sarah, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabim, for Yashwan, for Yashwan, Nashamakwa, Bayanda Arab, Ayawa, Yaman, the Aramah, Shaitamwa, Naragamawa, Kara, Wakazabak, Wakazatal, Kalnasayakanwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Naya Rashad, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahayam, Shaitamwa, Kagawila, Kwash, the Panya Wawaka, Kaash, Saba Ira, Wakala Haba, Kalahat, Ariyam, Khan, Daradatma, Basaraka, Wabasat, with Pakta, Sabahalam, Mala'ah, Yaham, Walawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shibka, Yahawa, Bashwa, Yaham, Walawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shibka, Yahawa, Bashwa, Waya Bahawa, Ya'ai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya the Iwa, Kaya up, Shibka, Yahawa, the Bakta, Al Yawan, Al Kataha, Arakaza, Al Kaha, Arakaza. In the English, Psalm 23. Keep not thy silence, O God. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Yahweh. And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumble. And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thee. They are taking crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more to remember. For they have consulted together. One consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarene. Gabal. Baal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As to the Midianites. As to the Sisera. As to Japan. At the brook of Kishon. Which perished at Endor. They become as dung for the earth. They became noble. The nobles like Obed. And like the band. Yea. All their princes as the moon, as the Bach, as the princes, as the Bach, and as the Muna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power. Make it like a wheel. Stumble before the wind. As the fire burns the wood. As the flame sets the mountains on fire. So persecute them.
so persecute them. With thy tempest. Make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. Oh, Yahweh. Let them be confounded. In trouble. Let them be put to shame. Let men may know. Let men may know. Whose name alone is Yahweh. Are the most high over all the earth. Star. First officer present itself. Kasar Pakab, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasharala. Kasar Pakab, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasharala. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Rakatham. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Rakatham. All right, the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 15 in the Hebrew. And it reads, Waya Shah, Mashalawa, Naam, Balaam, Banawa, Ba'ar, Wanaam, Hagabar, Shatam, Ha'aya, Hayan, verse 16, Naam, Shemai, Amaria, Al, Waya, Raya, the I, Ilayah, 1, Makaza, Shaddai, Yakaza, Napal, Wagala, Waya, Ayanayim, verse 17, Ara'ah, Nawa, Wala'ah, Aitha, Asher, Wara, Nawa, Wala'ah, Wa, Wab, the rock, Kawaka, Mayai Kwa, Wakwam, Shabbat, Ma Yasharala, Wama Kataza, Pa'a Taya, Mawa'aba, Wakara, Kora, Kala, Banaya, Shak, verse 18, Wahaya, Adawam, Yara, Shah, Wahaya, Yarasha,
Sha'ayara, Ayabayawa, Wayasharala, Aisha, called. Verse 19, Wayara Rod, Maya Aika, Waha Abaya, Shara Ya, Ma'ayar, verse 20, Wayara Ah, I Malak, Waya Sha'a, Mashalawa, Waya Amor, Ra'a Shayak, Wa Sadi, Ga Wayam, I Malak, Wa Aka, Rayahwa, Aya, Abba, verse 21, Waya Ah, Hakwaya, Naya, Waya Sha'a, Mashalawa, Waya Amor, Waya Amor, Ayatan, Mawashabak, Wa Shayam, Basalai, Kwan Nak. When I started at 14. Oh, I said the 14. Yep. Since it was on this page. 15 on this page.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 14. And now behold, I go unto my people, coming therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the later days. Verse 15. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, hath said, and the men whose eyes are open hath said.
What does it mean to take up his parable? He began to tell the story that he saw, you know what I'm saying, as he knew it. Go ahead.
Verse 16. He hath said, which heard the word of power, and know the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but but having his eyes open. Verse 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not night. Therefore shall come a star out of Jacob.
There shall come a star of what?
Out of Jacob.
Star shall come from Jacob. Right. Go ahead.
Count. And a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab.
So this king was actually the Moabite king that went to this other heathen and asked him to go speak to the Most High, because once again, like we was bringing out last week, the Most High do use other races in order to bring out the truth. You understand? You can look at like you say, if you look at what's the brother's name? Not the brother, but the heathen out there in Texas, the white dude with all the Osteen. Is it Osteen?
Okay.
So Osteen is not somebody who ever gives great reference to the scripts. You know what I'm saying? His ideology and the things that happen are basically Christian dogma. It's Christian hoopla. You know what I'm saying? But there are people out there who say, you know what? The things that y'all doing to these black people are the Jews. There's white people out there that really say that. You know what I'm saying? They go out and they do battle with other white people on who the Jews really are. And it's not those people that are over there right now that's being bombed out of their damn houses and everything. That with all the turmoil going on over there in the land over there, in the Holy Land, you know, supposedly. The Holy Land is where the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are. That's the modern day place, and we know it to be 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Man.
That's right.
That's Jerusalem. You understand? That's the place where all the Jews and the Israelites reside. We rock from that. What you got?
So I think, sir, piggybacking off what you said, sir, what is to come about these heathens that actually go out and speak on behalf of the true Israelites and that has lived a life of, I would say, a good life, and that has treated Israelites their whole life very well, and you know, battle other heathens for the sake of the knowledge that they're giving to them.
So, if I may, neither of us is in charge of any type of judgment that's happening.
No.
So, with that being said, what we do, we go out and we try to teach. And if the Most High is going to have favor on, he said, I have favor on who I want to have favor. You know what I mean? So if they did all those other things, there's still something that has to be done to them. And like I said, with that being said, we don't pass judgment. We go out and we tell about judgments. We speak about the things that we see you're doing, and the judgment that's going to come upon you based on what we go out and see with our eyes as priests and prophets. You know what I mean? What's the word? We prophesy about the things that are going to come concerning your actions. You know what I mean? If you are against the most, like you know, a brother, a heathen that can't come drop down. We say, hey, maybe the Lord have mercy on you. You know what I mean? Maybe. Because we know what we read, that it's going to be destruction. It's going to be destruction coming to this whole nation of people. So we say maybe, because we're not in charge of the judgments. So, you know what I mean? Don't go out and be like, oh, I mean, he's a noble white dude, but think of him as what he is. You know what I'm saying? Because he got that concept. He's still privileged. He's still getting all the blessings we can't get. He ain't sharing them with us. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody dropped that whole Visa card in the thing yet. We're still waiting on that. Still waiting on the transfers from the bank account.
So, like, what exactly was the question again? You said one more time.
Sir, I was asking, what would happen? Like, would they get? I know they're going to be put to servitude, sir. Mm-hmm. But would they have?
You saying all heathens?
No, sir. Mm-hmm. Just certain heathens. Like, mm-hmm. I was watching online. There was this one heathen woman. She was a Edomite, and she was speaking on the behalf of blacks. She was saying, like, you know, you white people blame these blacks for this, but look what we have done to them. Look what type of structures you guys have set up to make them fall to such low place. Right. You complain about them crime in the neighborhood, but you don't offer them jobs.
Right.
You don't offer, you know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. So when it comes to Edomites, right, you have to look at it like this. All right, you know what's going on in Israel and Palestine, right? Right. So a lot of people that are pro-Israel, they talk about Palestine. They say the Palestinians, Hamas, they went and bombed Israel. The reason why everyone in Palestine that is innocent, that civilians are dying, the blood is on Hamas's hands. They have to die, not because they did anything, but Hamas did something to the Israelis. So everyone over there potentially can pay. You understand? Like, let's say, like, you, my friend, I'm riding with you. We going to, you know what I mean? we supposed to just go out to a party.
God, sir.
When I'm riding with you, you start shooting out the car at this other neighborhood.
God, sir.
Now, when we leaving out of the neighborhood, they start shooting at the car. You get hit. You got hit not because of them wanting to kill you, but because of what your friend did.
God,
You understand? So basically, that's what's going to happen to the Edomites.
God,
There will be some Edomites that can come up and say something that's true, but at the end of the day, they may, like you said, they may receive some mercy from the Lord in their captivity and their slavery that they're going to have to work for 1,000 years. But after that, they will receive no mercy. They're going to get destroyed and get erased from earth.
God, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And so the reason why is because of what the people they're with have done. The same way they say Hamas has done these things, their blood is on Hamas's hands in their understanding. The Edomite that is a quote unquote good Edomite, the blood is on the other Edomite's hands. It's not on our hands.
God, sir.
The reason why they had to be destroyed is because of what the other Edomites have done.
God, sir.
So that's
So just to line back off what you said, just to make it into a little bit more, understanding example, it's like the test for Oklahoma. I mean, it was the Tuskegee, right? Tulsa, Tuskegee. Well, they didn't just bow to Tuskegee because everybody there who did something wrong in their eyes. They did it because one man offended an oppressor woman in the elevator that they said. And then that turned into them coming through and bombing the whole, place. It's like, for what? You know what I mean? If you really think about it, it's like, so everybody had to pay for this one man action, if he actually even did it. So that's kind of more of a modern day term, of what actually Alabama is saying.
And if I may, that definitely shows the unity that these people can actually put together when it comes to their nation being offended. You know what I'm saying? When our nation is offended, what is we get tear gassed by people that are supposed to be a part of the same, the people that tell you love everybody, let's come together. They actually, if we go out and march, what happens to us? We get tear gassed. Everybody here. I know I was out there with that tear. You know what I mean? It's not a game, man. They want to subdue us every chance they get. But these people, every other nation has a right to fight for the things that they feel like offends them. And that's what and the Most High, he did tell us this is not a carnal war, so he's gonna come back, he's gonna fight our war. But he did not say don't band together, don't come up, don't speak against these people, don't do any. The things that you see the brothers in this truth is us standing up against these other nations and trying to bring this brotherhood back together so Christ can return and fight this war for us. You understand?
That's right.
One more question, sir. I just want to get this a little clear. So right now, what's happening is we are starting to see the prophecy come true. Things are happening. We're on our way to our third world war. My concern is, I want to know is the United States, after the third world war has begun, is the United States going to be uninhabitable for us? Are we going to return to Jerusalem then? That's kind of been a question that I want to ask.
You said so after World War III, is the United States going to be?
Yeah, like once the bombs drop and everything, like does it give us some clarity if the United States will stick? Because we live here in the United States, sir, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So will we have to then move, all of us Israelites, will we have to all move to back to Israel? Will we all be in Israel? Or will we still be some still here in the United States and some actually inhabiting Israel?
So what the Bible says is what's going to happen is that at the time when all these things are going to be going on, the chariots are going to come and take certain amount of us up. And while this is going down, the earth is going to be getting destroyed, right?
Concept.
And then after that, we're going to be transplanted to the wilderness. And so where we're going into the wilderness, then we're going to go and train. When the angel's going to teach us and train us. And after that, we're going to come back and go and clear out everything else on earth. whoever's left over, put them in order. Give me Isaiah 14 and 1 about the shot. And then I just had it the other night too. I think it's Isaiah 26 and 13, somewhere in there. Basically talks about that, yeah, it's just going to be desolate. You know what I mean? People are not going to be able to stay in this land at that time, but then after a time period, we'll be able to come back and then things will be healed. You know what I mean? So that's when we're going to, so we got Isaiah 14. Lord.
Yeah, because after all this stuff that happens in these lands, this land is gonna need a break, man. It's gonna be in you're not gonna breathe. It's gonna just collapse your lungs. You know what I'm saying? So you understand the thing that they're doing with this nuclear stuff that's going to be happening. It's going to be inhabited for a period of time, which is the cleansing of itself. You know what I'm saying? Earth gonna have to cleanse itself of all these wrong things that the Edomites and the other nations have done to China. Over here polluted all the damn water, man, with nuclear receptors in there. I mean, the shrimp actually have to build themselves back up again. You know what I mean? In order to get these waters purified. Trees are gonna have to start growing. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot that's gonna have to happen. And in that time, we're gonna be like, I don't want to say it, we're gonna be getting our training and whatnot, getting ready for our time to return and then rule righteously in this place. You know what I mean? Because America is not going to be without a war. It's impossible that it's not going to be a war here. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the technology in the states that they got now. You guys
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Set them where?
In their own land.
Right. So the people that get salvation, this is salvation that they talk about in the Christian church, but they don't understand, is that literally getting saved from the nuclear war that's going to happen, getting lifted up into the chariots. It's going to be the 144,000, but there will be other people in the world. They say some people that it's a multitude that cannot be numbered. That's in Revelations, and it talks about there are going to be some people that help the prophets and receive a prophet's reward. So somebody in your family may not come into the ISUBK, may not come into the truth, but they may give you some money to get gas to get to camp. They may help cook some food to feed the brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my aunt, you know what I mean? For our feast day, she made some fettuccine and sent it over here. She might be, I'm not saying my aunt is doing that, but she might be at the house, you know, smoking weed. And she get lifted up in the chariot. She don't even know how. It's because she helped the prophet. She got her prophet's reward. So there might be some brother that drives a bus that stop by and say, you know, I'm going to put something in the cash app to help the UPK. And that brother gets lifted up in the chariot. There's going to be a multitude of people that can't be numbered that will get saved. And then when you come back down, like I said, they're going to take certain brothers to the wilderness to train. We're going to go and clean up everything. And then this is going to happen. So read it again from the top.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1.
Right.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel,
right,
and set them in their own land.
Right.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Right. So we're going to take them, the people that was left, that was able to survive, we're going to organize them and take them.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Right. So we might put certain Hamites, this is going to be your land over here. In Africa, you're going to have this part. You Moabites, you're going to be over here. You Elamites, you East Indians, you're going to have this land. We're going to put them in their own place. You stay here, live here, work the land. We're going to organize it. We're going to tell you what to do and give you orders on how to produce what comes off of that land and send it back to us. Right. Keep going.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the power. for servants and handmaids.
Right, this is the captivity you're talking about. They're gonna be servants of us, right? Keep going.
And they shall take them captive, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
So that's just pretty much it. You can keep going down to the rest of the chapter and explains, but you know, that's what it's gonna be. Pretty much. Hopefully. Right. Did somebody go for other one?
Let me continue on from where we left off out of one.
Right.
And shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy all the children of Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What does it mean to smite? That means to take action. That means to cut. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To go to war with them. Basically, what this version was smite. You can smack. You do, but this is you talking about war with. You're gonna destroy it. Go ahead.
Count out of one card. Verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession. Sarah.
Seer. Oh, shit.
Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies.
Yeah, that's going right on in line with what we're talking about. Go back up a verse and we start with this. Read that again and then you.
17. The book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 17. I shall see him, but not now. 24. So like the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not night. There shall come a storm out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corner of Moab, and destroy all the children of Seth. Count. Verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly.
Which means they're gonna stand with courage at this time. You know what I mean? Once upon a time, it described Israel as a young lion's whelp. Now you say they're gonna do valiant. They're gonna stand with courage. You know what I mean? With the Lord is with them. Go ahead.
You wanna Oscar? You wanna take a break down that one?
Come on, go ahead and read it again. What's the value?
Verse 17. Basically, you start verse 16. Okay. Just to bring it back context one more time. This is important because it's like they jump from Moab to Edom. It's like, how did I get brought up into this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you dealing with a Moabite king, you dealing with Balaam. He's trying to curse Israel, but Edom still get brought up into it because the Lord hates Esau. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if no one else can understand that, you see it throughout the Bible, it's over and over again, that the Lord is just like he has an eye against Esau.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 16. He hath said, which heard the word of the power, and know the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. Verse 17, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not night. Nine. There shall come a storm out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corner of Moab, and destroy all the children of Seth. Shit.
Oh, that's That's talking about Christ.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The star out of Jacob is coming out of the house of Judah. And the scepter shall rise out of Israel. That's the rulership. So it's talking about the future. It's a future prophecy. How we rule the earth. You know what I'm saying? And the people who in that time were just as cruel then are the same level of cruelty now. Like how the Lord don't change nothing. So that like they just recently had a Arab dude, right? Did he just choke his sister out of the store? Or was that a Chinese person?
See that?
Yeah, it happens so often that
Right,
most likely it's the whole like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like their character hasn't changed over time. If I may say, or even when you look at it, the Israelis,
Right.
that thing that's in those Jewish people to oppress the Palestinians is the same thing that was in the Germans to come against the Jewish man. The only difference is I was having a conversation with my reader last night. During the H word, he saw what we're all seeing now. He knew that they were a terrible people. So for him to even want to exterminate them, now you even see why. So like it's a long time ago. You see why the Lord told which king was it? The first king of Israel?
So
Saul. You see why he told Saul to get rid of him. Because they are that family of Caucasians that are ruthless, disgusting, and shiesty as it ever is. You know what I'm saying? Even when Hitler tried to do it, you know, the Lord didn't let it happen, but it should have happened again because they're just horrible people. So like you're saying, the Lord, he has a deep-seated hatred for these people, but he wants his hand to get that level of vengeance. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he's going to use Christ to take dominion over all this.
if I may add on what I want to say, there's two things that come to my mind. For one, sidebar, when it says, there shall come a star out of Jacob, this is a clear cut for the people that try to say that the star of Moloch, the star of Rembrandt. This star right here is talking about a person and a man. It's talking about Yahushua. So how come the star of Moloch is the shield of David that we wear, but over here a star is a person? I understand? So this is a perfect cut for that. In the sidebar, he said a Moabite said be whooping on people. I know I put it in the chat yesterday, but I can explain it a little bit more. Sometimes they try to be quick. But I'm sitting here doing my slavery, and I'm in front of a Starbucks, and the Moabite from Nepal comes start talking to me. And he was like, yeah, I lived here for 40 years. I made, this certain amount of money. He still got the accent, you know what I'm saying? He's sound like he's Filipino almost, like, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, this and that. He's like, but I'm moving back to Nepal. I want to go back to there, buy some land and just relax, eat organic food. Everything's messed up in America. The government is, taking everyone's rights away and all this and all that. I'm like, okay. He's like, you know what's wrong with America? You know what's wrong with California? The illegal immigrants, the Mexicans. He didn't even say illegal. He just said the Mexicans and the Latinos coming here. He said, you know about the War of 1848, Hidalgo? I'm like, yeah, I heard about it, but what is it? He's like, yeah, that's when California got taken away from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? He's like, they can't call this Mexico no more. This is California. They can't keep coming over here. He's like, they have it good. They live and work on the farm. I was like, well, what about the people that work on the farms? You know what I mean? They don't have it good down there. He's like, no, they have it good. They got free Medicare. They got this and that. And he's just like, he's a Moabite that is an immigrant that came to America and worked and made money. But the problem with America is Mexicans. Like, he hates the children of Israel. It just blew my mind that he thinking he can identify with me because I'm a Judite, and like nigga go again. I'm like, y'all, all the nations really hate. Like when they say the nation not desired, how in the hell you would think you don't even speak it? And he try to say they don't speak English. I'm like, this is like a movie. Are you making this up? He said they can't speak English. I'm like, you can't speak English. What the hell is going on? Y'all hate it. It's like
Hispanic.
No, there's more like it's an Asian country, like over by what's the other one? Indonesia.
Oh, okay, got it.
Up in there where the Buddhist monks be at.
Okay,
Dark skinned Asians.
Country South Asia.
Right, South Asia. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, like, what you brought it out, like, he thinks because you're black,
Right.
talking to you about Mexicans,
Right.
he feels like, yeah, you're gonna agree with me because I'm not talking about black people.
Right.
Or would you have said that to me if I was Latino?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And thirdly,
You would talk about black people to Latinos.
I was saying, when you get home, you forget about your ass.
Yeah.
that we tell people we're the same people because, like, you just really just slandered my thing.
Right.
And with no hesitation, no holds
Right.
barred.
Right.
Start talking about people Southeast Asia.
Right. And lastly, it really did blow my mind because you always hear this like all these nations hate us, but it's like the general always talk about it like people really hate Mexicans, and it's like, damn, how did they become what's wrong with America? It's not Donald Trump, it's not Wall Street, it's not none of this that's going on with Google and Facebook. It's the Mexicans that's the problem with America.
You know what that is?
You know what I mean?
That's what it's like.
Right.
To be able to be like, you know what? I'm done with this place. I've got everything I needed. I've been here 40 years.
Right.
I don't like how things are changing. I'm gonna go back to my homeland with all this American money, which makes him a goddamn gazillionaire over there. You know what I'm saying? If we had our homeland to go to, not only would we get going, but we could say the same thing too. We got right from America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But our brand still never would be the Latino.
That's a lot. It's like it's a while. Look at the young, it's true.
Yeah.
So
No.
So yeah.
If I may, sir, too, see Sarah?
Yeah, see it.
Here, right?
Yeah.
I looked it up, and that means hair.
Right. Yeah, that's we found that out too when you go into Hebrew, Mount Sha'ar, it means devil. That's goat, yeah, goats and the devils, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, if I may, it was funny because it said hairy goat demon tempest.
Yeah. That's where the mountain of Esau, that's where they come from.
That's why they live in Water Creek. Yeah,
Right.
they follow their name.
Right.
If I may,
Yeah, I'm Diablo too, yeah.
right. Devil, mountain of the devil,
Yeah.
right here in Cali. If I may, what that land that they were occupying, the mountain of the Caucasus Mountains, like what is that to this day? Like is that an area where they live still, or is it just like a mountain that's just like sacred to them?
I think it's mainly mountainous area right now. I think the Caucasus Mountains is between Turkey and Russia is up there. It's not too inhabited right now. That's why they come. They say Esau is a vagabond. He has no home. That's why he goes to every other place and tries to say he's the people there. That's why, like we say, the land of Japheth was Russia, and over there in Greece, the Medes, they call it themselves, but they're the people there. They say that these are the people. Even if you go and look at the Jewish people today, they say they're Ashkenazi, right? But Ashkenaz was a Japhite. But if you ask them why they say they're Ashkenazi Jews, they say because they went to the land where the Ashkenaz lived, and they started to call themselves Ashkenazi. But the Ashkenazi were the Japhites. It's everything we say in the UPK. That's how you know it's the only truth. He said that the Japhites were living in this land, and they got out of the land, but they took the name of them, and so they say they're Ashkenazi. But really, the Japhites would be what we call Samoans, etc. To that.
But they keep the law of Israel.
They say they keep the law. Yeah, they try.
Yeah,
Right. They try.
That's their fight. That's their fight. Is that we keep the law. We're the chosen people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, go ahead. Similarity to what's going on in our land, Israel. We got the Israelis there who's claiming to be descendants of that, but they're not. Kind of like the Jewish man claiming to be a Jew, but he's not.
No, people are more like Turkish, that side, Romanians and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They definitely got to take on those features. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with America. The dude tried to say he was from California. This is not Mexico anymore. They take on the names, or they say I'm New Mexican, I'm this or that. You live in this city, but really there's another people that lived here at one time.
You're probably even that. It's heavy what you're bringing up because that's the same thing they would say about you. They would say like if we tell people we Israelites, oh man, yeah, same thing they do with the Palestinians. Oh, they take y'all land no more because they came in the 40s and stuff like that. Like people only understand power. They don't give a damn about books, words, feelings. You know what I'm saying? The only reason the Jewish man was able to assume that area based on the Bible is because he had an army back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If America didn't back them after World War II and all of those other nations that united with them, they would have been able to walk up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like people understand brute force. Like that whole this DC culture, no bully culture, it ain't real. Your words gotta have power behind them, but they also got to have the dragon behind them at the same time.
Right.
People understand the word.
And that's it.
They don't care about
We 1-7 today.
Right.
You know, the brother again, time saving.
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting
Yeah.
down.
Good job. Verse 18, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly. Verse 19, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. Verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his later end shall be the perish forever.
Yeah, this
shall be that he perish forever.
His latter end shall be that he perish forever. Verse 21. And he shall look at the Canaanites and he looked on the Canaanites and took up his parable and said, strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock.
It's just interesting too. We went from Moab to Edom to Amalek. You know what I mean? Even all the stuff that we're already talking about is just right on topic, right on time. You know,
Right.
things that we're living with and seeing. Russia, China, and all these nations getting ready for World War II. So
Even if you look at verse 20, he says, and he looked on Amalek and he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Like Amalek is the chief, like the general bring up, they're the chief house of Edom. You know, that's why they're the one house you can't come against. You see what they're doing with the Israelis, coming against them. You know, they'll destroy women, children, and bomb hospitals.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you paraglided and took a couple of people, they'll just take out innocent people. Stuff like that. So they might be the first family, but they're like ends up in perish forever because what's happening in Israel, we know that's the Valley of Jehoshaphat. They may be in the chief dwelling place on this planet, but they are about to be consumed to the lowest heaven. So,
If I may, sir. Ain't there supposed to be rules and engagement to war and everything? Didn't they put rules in effect? And and you couldn't do hospitals. You're not supposed to do women and children and whatnot. You know what I mean?
They're trying to send in care to get people out of there. And the U.S. is behind Israel saying no. Like it's a real genocide.
Right.
It's genocide. Like we go through genocide every day. This is classic. This is what they did to the Native Americans.
Right.
This is what they did to the Native Americans. Like you said, it's supposed to be rules of engagement. We're breaking all of them because this is our 9/11.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They galvanizes, polarizes the world into saying, oh, Hamas doing something to them is the same as the 2 planes that ran into the trade center. Right. It's not. It just turns Caucasian beacons on and say, oh, so go against brown people. No problem.
Yeah. And that's what you're saying is so heavy that they call it Islamophobia or whatever. But I do see it like Fox News, like, why are they supporting Israel so much? 1 minute you supporting these people walking with the tikis, talking about the Jews will not replace us. Then Fox News is supporting Israel because they're killing Islamic people and Muslims. So they rather take that side of the battle and say, okay, now Jews can be white today, and we'll fight with them against these Arabs. You know what I mean?
It made Kanye West right.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking about
in what way, sir? In what way?
Yeah.
You want to expound?
I'm thinking about it, but let me see what you mean. Because I was thinking that the other day. I'm like,
he said they control everything.
Yeah.
Like you can't. The only reason Mayweather sit in a plane with stuff.
Right.
The only reason the mayor of New York is like, hey, with Israel.
Mark Stoudemire.
Yeah, that's because not only do you get hella money, if you go against Jewish people, you could just consider your career over.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they God's truth is right. If nobody go in there and save him, it ain't gonna be God. It's gonna be always Israel. Right.
But and last thing, I know we'll probably close out the class. If y'all see the riots, or not the riots, the protests, everyone coming in support of Palestine, these American young students to Harvard, these certain Edomites or different people at these schools and protesting for Palestine, and all these nations, Iran, Yemen, the different groups around supporting Palestine, is showing how Amalek is going to get wiped out. Because their back is against the wall. They're getting exposed in the last days. That you can't keep telling us these lies. You know, I was talking to Captain Yanis the other day. He said people don't believe mainstream media anymore, so they rather listen to somebody on TikTok news versus CNN and Wolf Blitzer and what's his name? The white like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about with the gray hair? What's his name? Yeah. Andrew Cooper or something. I mean, they rather listen to somebody on TikTok than that. And so it's like their power of lying is getting lesser. And so now it's collapsing in on them. That's why they damn near want to set an example, blow the guys into the smithereens, because without that, if everyone starts rising up against it, it's just a wrap.
I was talking to a brother, that went to jail. He said because of the culture in prison, all that new stuff that you come in there with, these older men, they've been in there so long that they disconnected from the outside world. So they go on that old shank stuff, that you this color, you that color, you this body, that part. That old school thinking. And what you're saying, those people, that old guard still thinks you can shock and awe people. Whereas you're actually they're killing themselves from the inside. The only problem is it's too many old guys supporting them. You know, the young people matter, they are the future. Right. But the United States government is backing Israeli dogma and Benjamin Netanyahu. You know what I'm saying? The old guard kind of get kicked out. That's the disconnect. They don't get what the young people don't get.
Okay. So, but with that, the one thing that remains true is the fact that nobody, blacks, Hispanics, and they really don't care about anything until their oppressors are suffering. You know what I'm saying? Once the oppressor starts to feel the heat, then, like you said, Floyd is sending money over there. Floyd is he can't not be involved in that and still make money. It matters to him when we sick boss.
Right.
We have an issue, boss. You know what I'm saying? We have an issue, we're going to deal with it. Meanwhile, the people that have been oppressed, you know what I mean? Nobody cares about them. Once again, they always care about the man that's here. The dragons, the man that's breathing fire down on them. You know what I'm saying? That's breathing the fire down on them. They'll care about him. They want to do something. But the brothers that they have a chance to come together with and come and sit in this school right here in Richmond, California, you know what I mean? In Northern California is Jerusalem. This is our Jerusalem. Richmond, California. This is the place where Christ has found a home for us. And we try to gather these brothers and sisters together, but now they'd rather send their funds over to help a nation of people that don't give a damn about it. It shows his face, his wicked face every time. But with that being said, any other brother? Yep, no
Heavy, man. That's the hardest part of any work, especially what we do with the Lord, man. It's like, look, y'all got the money, y'all got the resources. When we say give them to us, you don't want to do it. But the minute you see, we sick rabbi, like you said, we sick boss, you ready to send it to people we don't even know in a place you don't even know. They might not even get it. But we right here, right? We want to feed you right now. Here's guys to go outside. Here's guys that are right here's the street.
Absolutely, sir. This is and what's so heavy about that is I was speaking with this brother at the gym the other day. He was telling me, he was like, oh, I'm trying to, he's like 50-something. I'm trying to be the oldest champ out here. You know what I mean? I want to put this into play. And he said, I sent this challenge to Floyd Mayweather now. I mean, why would Floyd read your thing? But the brother said, I'm talking polite. And polite is my messenger to Floyd. You know, polite's going through some stuff right now. This message is not being sent. He's like, I haven't seen him. I haven't heard from him. But we put all of our stuff into just stupid stuff, man. He telling me, oh, I went to prison, I did all these other things. He came out. Basically, what's Kimming, pretty much. You know what I mean? So I'm like, come on, man. Hey, brothers. The reason why brothers separate themselves from Christ because they never knew it. They didn't have the UPK to teach them the whole story about Christ, the whole totality that Christ is not the man that you thought he was. We will sit in class, get in class, and we'll tell you that you should have joined yourself to Christ, not the Kemet thing, not Muslim, you know what I mean? Not the Muslim movement, not any of these other movements, but because you thought Christ was a white man, blue-eyed, blonde-haired person, you separated yourself from him. You didn't even know the story. You didn't know Christ was a nigga like you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only I took that from. I was like, this brother don't know. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said,
if Rocky want to break down this precept too as well, sir, just the Mayweather. This is a precept I have for Mayweather giving the gifts to the Amalek. Hosea 2:4. You read it, right?
Come on, God. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 4. And I will not have mercy upon her children, for they be the children of whoremongers.
Like the Lord is the he don't get that when you turn your back on him, he leaves you and puts you in a whole place. Like that. You can't even be brought up in a proper way. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way we are with each other, the way we are with anything. If it's against the Lord, yeah, you mess up.
Verse 5, yeah.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 5. For their mothers have played the harlot. She that conceived them have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers. That give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, my oil and my drink.
It's like what Lil Wayne said. When he got into a situation and the white man saved his life, he can't hate white people because one Caucasian did something. He can love a whole race of Ku Klux Klan, Blue Lives Matter. One black person, one thing he can unalive as many black people as the gun chamber can allow. We so messed up. We always want to go after who. It's I'll give you a better example. Like that electrical Negro. The general brought out. I want to first say. But we don't know the savage nature of Caucasians. We only know what we've been taught, like Malcolm X and let our enemy teach us. So yeah, they're gonna admit a lot of the terrible things. But even the other sections, when we find out how Caucasians are, we still don't turn our back and be like, yeah, of course they're supposed to give me money. They're supposed to give me bread. They're supposed to give me everything I need to live this life. I built this country for them to live in. I never got separated from my oppressor. And my oppression has been it. Yeah, it's supposed to do whatever the hell they're supposed to do for me. But instead, we say, because I'm doing good, because I'm making $100K, because I'm a high value man, you know, to hell with the history. That's why we're going to repeat it. It's going to repeat it.
And you got the right to vote. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be picking your next oppressor. You're supposed to have the right to pick your next oppressor, but at the same time, you don't even got the right to do that.
Right.
But if you know the history on how you got the right to vote, why you want to vote? Your people, y'all see that old movie where they was like giving black people litmus tests so that they can vote, and then the devil that was giving them tests even know the damn answer.
Right.
Like that's I don't want to vote. Just knowing that that's how I don't want.
Yeah, that's like the coffee thing. You want to go and sit in someone's coffee shop, let them pour coffee on you, spit in you, put the cigarette out on you, so that person can make you something to consume. Like I wouldn't even trust. You know what I'm saying? Like I asked for people to take my fries back because it's colder.
Right.
Remake my burger. I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna go somewhere else. But you want the person to make your coffee, the one that tried to kill you for making it. Why would you do that? Why would you
that video with the Jewish dude vomiting on the system?
No.
He's gonna type it in Jewish man vomits on.
He's the first thing that comes up. That's a crazy.
Just seeing that, and it's the short video. There's a long video. He do it twice. He spit on her, and then he vomits on her on
purpose.
And she took it. His wife was there trying to stop it, but she couldn't. The white man, the Jewish man's wife, trying to stop it.
This is it.
It's like it's about me. You said the brother. He gagged himself.
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow.
Like that's
You got a different YouTube. You got a different algorithm. That's a crazy story, sir.
It's like that. He's like,
Right.
not fighting for people who don't do this.
That's right.
And so with that being said, we're gonna that's the end of the Sabbath time. We're gonna say a margin. Call it
We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, man of Israel, Amazim Shabbat, Amazim Barak. Yasha Matah, man of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to any sister that may be watching today. men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amad, Barak,
Yahweh Shema,
Shah, Yahweh dismiss.
Right.